Hello everyone, this is Jack Frost with your weekly update for the Ethereum Technicals and XRP. This is going to be a very quick update as not a lot has happened. For Ethereum Technicals on the weekly chart, the last completed week has ended with a small doji candlestick, remaining below resistance at 2400, the start of this current week, moving a little bit lower, testing support around 1750. Volume continues to overall support downwards movement. A decline for the last completed week shows a little bit of potential weakness in volume, though volume for that candlestick is still stronger than the recent bullish candlesticks. However, overall volume has declined after the last pushes here. ADX continues to increase with a bearish trend that is not extreme and not yet in danger of ending. ATR continues to increase as price declines, giving a bearish outlook for volatility at the weekly time frame. And with this trend indicated by ADX, it does expect price to continue lower. The trend may continue to where ADX may reach and then remain in extreme or very extreme conditions, while RSI and money flow may enter oversold and or exhibit some divergence before the trend may be in danger of ending at this time frame. On the technical daily chart for Ethereum, we see more detail for price's recent decline this last completed week, moving lower below resistance at 2100, previous support. We have some strong bearish candlesticks here that in a different context could be seen as a bearish engulfing pattern as they engulf the entire previous bullish candlesticks. Though as it is not within the context of a previous upwards movement or upwards trend, it has not been labeled as such, it does still give a little bit of strength to the downwards movement, seeing increased range. We also have this death cross here where the 50-day moving average moves below the 200-day moving average. Volume has declined after the last pushes here, though overall strongest volume is on the bearish candlesticks. We do see a push on this bullish candlestick just here. I've checked this down on the 5-minute charts, and the strongest movement within this session was on the upwards movements, which may offer some strength for the upwards movements, though overall, with the increased range and the overall stronger volume on the bearish sessions, we can see an overall bearish outlook for volume at this time frame. ADX is now increasing with an extreme bearish trend, though as this trend increased from already extreme conditions, it does not have a lot of strength. As we saw previously here and here, ADX has failed to enter very extreme conditions. It may continue this time to enter very extreme conditions, though ADX may also decline before it reaches that point again. RSI has previously entered oversold. There is now some bullish divergence where RSI makes higher pivots while price closes lower. This may offer a little bit of support to the idea that ADX could decline before it reaches very extreme conditions. ATR continues to steeply increase as price declines, giving a bearish outlook for volatility at the daily time frame as well. And with this trend indicated by ADX with the bullish divergence from RSI, the trend may end at some point soon before ADX enters very extreme conditions, though at this point the trend may also continue. Overall, we do expect price to continue lower with this trend indicated by ADX on both the daily and weekly timeframes. Please note that we do place a little bit more weight in the Elliott Wave count than the technical analysis for markets like Ethereum, and so if you do want an update for that, we have done an update for that today at pureelliottwave.com. You can always sign up for that using the link in the description below. On the XRP weekly chart, absolutely nothing has changed. I'm just adding this for the additional data here. Price moving overall sideways. On the XRP daily chart, a little bit has changed. I've changed the labeling within Minute Wave 2 of Minute Wave 5. And as price continues, the labeling within Minute Wave 5 or potentially within Minor Wave 3 may be altered at some point. Particularly with the proportion for Minute Wave 2 within Minute Wave 5, it's getting a little bit unreasonable. And so for the following analysis, there may be an alternate wave count, seeing this to continue as a deeper correction at a larger degree. As Minute Wave 2 has continued a little bit lower, it has not been invalidated. It has found a little bit of support at the lower edge of this Elliott channel drawn around the minute degree movements. All of these targets and Fibonacci durations are the exact same as the previous video, so I won't go over them in any detail. If you do want more detail for those, I did that a little bit more in depth on the previous video. On the technical weekly chart for XRP, there is again not much to update. This last completed week ends with a long bearish upper wick, this current week moving a little bit lower, testing support at 2.0. Volume is overall declining after this last push here. A push on the last completed week may indicate some strength for upwards movement. And within the week, as you will see on the daily chart in a little bit, strongest volume within this week was on the upwards sessions. ADX is declining, having just been relieved from very extreme conditions, though it does remain in extreme conditions. ATR continues to steeply increase for the short term as price declines, giving a bearish outlook for volatility at the weekly time frame. And as ADX declines at the weekly time frame for XRP, we use the model of stochastics plus support and resistance. The model suggests a downward swing may continue, where price may more thoroughly test support at 2.0 or potentially all the way down to 1.2, while stochastics may enter oversold. If price does move a little bit lower to support around 1.2, it is possible for it to relieve extreme conditions from ADX. And if that does happen, we will have to have an alternate Elliott Wave count at some point soon. As I previously mentioned, that may be available for the following week's video. On the technical daily chart, we see more detail for price's recent decline. The last completed week moving overall sideways, testing support around 2 just here and here. This bullish engulfing pattern where price has tested support at 2 may indicate some strength for upwards movement, where price may continue a little bit higher after these previous declines here. Volume is overall declining after the pushes here, though for the short to mid-term volume is strongest on the upwards sessions. A ever so slight push on this last completed session just here, labeled the bullish engulfing pattern, does give it a little bit of strength, though it does not give it a lot of strength. ADX continues to decline on the daily time frame, showing no clear trend, though the slope is flattening out. ATR is continuing to increase as price declines, giving an overall bearish outlook for volatility at the daily time frame. Though for the midterm, as price moves overall sideways, volatility continues to move overall sideways. And as ADX declines at the daily time frame as well for XRP, we use the model of stochastics plus support and resistance. The model suggests a downward swing may continue to where stochastics may enter fully oversold, while price may test support around 1.34. Though, as always, we do rely a little bit more heavily on the Elliott Wave count for markets like XRP as well as Ethereum, just cryptocurrencies in general. And that's all for me with your little weekly update for XRP and the Ethereum Technicals. Again, if you do want the Ethereum Elliott Wave count, you can sign up for that today at pureelliottwave.com. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a good week.